Was good, sexies? So, it's your boy here, back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have the data mines for the next big update in the game. We're going to start things off with the refines as usual, because those typically drop first, and then we get the rest of the stuff right after. So, after I do this one, this will be part 1, and then in part 2, we'll talk about the stats for the new units and anything else that may be in the data mine. They're still figuring it out. But we actually have a pretty interesting selection here. Gault is a 3 and 4 star summon that I'm sure many people have gotten, so pretty easy plus 10 project. Hopefully his Hurricane Dagger is good. We got Jamki, or Jamuka, as I know him from the original translation that I played. However you want to say this guy's name, he got a refine there, so him being a Grand Hero battle unit can only look good for him. Alright, we got Winter Ephrom. We have Air. I'm very excited about Air, actually, because I'm forced to use her in Light Season. She is one of my highest scoring Mythic heroes, so I need her to be good. Alright, then we got Lou, the banana. We have Hrid, who actually has a pretty sick B skill with his remix, so hopefully his weapon can follow suit. And then we have Cow Milla over here, the Adrift Cow Milla of Moore. Alright, shoutouts to Cow Milla of Moore from my YouTube comments section. That guy always posts some wonkiness about milk and stuff, so shoutouts to the milk truck boy. Alright, so Camilla's up first. She has Book of Dreams, so it grants attack up 3. At the start turn, inflicts attack speed and res -5 on the closest foes within 5 spaces, and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through the next actions. Alright, I like this because it's an effect that's very easy to activate, and then it can possibly hit multiple targets, so that's very good. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts all stats -4 on the foe during combat. Okay, again, pretty good. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants attack and speed up 5 to unit during combat, and deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack. Okay, not bad. She's getting true damage there. Attack and speed up 5. She's inflicting all stats -4 as a in-combat debuff if she's in 2 spaces or initiates. And then she has this nice little support effect debuff over here. Unfortunately, it's not quite as good as Reeves, where he also inflicts stall ploy and defense -5, which is nice for your physical attackers to take advantage of. So, while she got a pretty solid refine here, I think you'll still probably end up using Reeve over her, unfortunately. Kind of sucks, too, because I've been pity broken by this Camilla so many times. If I just merged all of my combat manuals, I think I could get her to, like, +7 or +8 or something nuts like that. So, yeah, not a bad refine, but like I said, for the support debuff that she does, you'd probably just be better off running Reeve. Alright, so we have Hrid up next. Basically just Ice Ike. So let's see what he's got. Oh man, this sucks because the refine has so much text, you can't even fit it on the screenshot. So a little bit of his effect is cut away here. I'm going to assume it says if penalty is active on the foe. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Alright, so he gets an impact effect and a guaranteed follow-up. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25% or a penalty is active on the foe, inflicts attack and defense -5 on the foe during combat. Alright, so he's got definite player phase potential there, unless the enemies have null follow-up, which unfortunately everyone and their grandma has right now, but he can totally still make do, I would say. Okay, if unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts another attack and defense -5 on the foe during combat, and inflicts a penalty on foe's attack and defense during combat equal to the current bonus on each of foe's stats ×2. Oh, okay. Interesting. Why current bonus? Wouldn't you think it would be like current debuff on the foe as opposed to bonus? Because he has all these debuffs. He has... what is this called again? Chilling Seal or something? Freezing Seal? I can't remember if Chilling Seal is the one Gunthra has, I believe. But regardless, his unique B skill inflicts so many debuffs on the foe. It just seems like a no-brainer that they could have just gave this guy a Pledgian effect on his weapon there. But getting extra penalties on the foe based on their bonuses is still not too bad, I guess. So, yeah, not a bad refine, but I think his beast skill definitely stole the show. His weapon doesn't quite live up to it, I would say. Yeah, because no follow-up is just going to kill this guy, unfortunately. All right, so we have Lou up next, the banana with Tome of Reason. All right, at the start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants defense and res up 6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. Also, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants all stats up 4 during combat. All right, so a nice little with everyone style buff there. Everyone on the team is essentially just getting defense and res up 6 there. So that's okay. Also, if unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats up 4 to unit during combat, and inflicts a penalty on foes' attack and res equal to 60% of the total bonuses on units' defense and res during combat. Oh, okay. That's a lot. 60% of total bonuses. So let's say with his weapon effect, he's getting plus 6 to both. So that's 12 to defense and res. And then he does 60% of the total bonuses. So 60% of 12, that would be... Alright, I'm not the best at math, guys, but 12 isn't divisible by 5, so it's going to be like a decimal place, if I'm not mistaken. It's not going to be a whole number. Hold on, let me just do it with the calculator. Okay, so 12 is the bonuses to defense and res that he gets from his weapon, times 60%. So 7, basically inflicting minus 7 to the foe's attack and res. Kind of sucky they didn't make it like, I don't know, 75% of total bonuses, so at least then it would have been an even number. Yeah, and then that also would have given him a higher number overall, 9. That would have been pretty good. That's like legendary Tiki level if they had done that, but he is still getting all stats up 8 basically just for existing there, so very interesting. Hold on, let me see. Okay, his defense is non-existent, but he does have solid res and okay speed. Wow, his attack is pretty bad though, but again, he's getting plus 8 to attack and then inflicting minus 7 res on the foe. I don't think he's too bad. He's just not like blowing me away. He seems just orthodox, I would say. Nothing too crazy there. All right, so Air, this is the girl of the hour for me. Hopefully she got something good. Okay, unfortunately, again, the top portion is clipped because they don't know how to manage text and make it like really streamlined and easy to read, but whatever. It looks like she's getting all stats up 4 during combat. I'm not sure what the condition on that is. Probably an HP condition or when she initiates or if she's close to an ally or something. Those are typically what they go for. And if unit initiates combat or if unit's speed is better than the foe's speed, foe can't make a follow-up attack and inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on the foe per attack. Alright, so she's got guard. She has a guaranteed follow-up. Or no. She has impact there. Yeah, impact and guard, and then all stats up 4 from the top portion there. Interesting. Okay, I was going to see if her stats were available, but I know she's got a lot of attack and res and speed, and then her HP and defense is a dump stat. Alright, of course she's got Dagger 7, and then if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants all stats up 4 to unit during combat, grants a bonus to unit's attack and res during combat equal to 20% of unit's HP at the start of combat, and recovers 7 HP to unit and allies in 2 spaces after combat. Okay. Alright, all stats up 8 basically. Inflicting guard, inflicting impact. That's going to make her really good at killing hell, by the way. Her mama in defense on Darkness Season. Pretty common defense mythic, I would say. She's certainly more common than stuff like Sothis and Yune to see hell on defense teams. And Air is actually pretty good at taking down hell. So inflicting guard and then inflicting impact is only going to solidify that, which is nice. Alright, and then grants a bonus to her attack and res in combat equal to 20% of units' HP at the start of combat. Like I said, unfortunately, her HP is not the best. It's one of her dump stats along with defense. Let's just... I'm not saying this is her HP. Like, I believe it's around 36 base or something. It might be 38, but let's just see here. How much would that be? Okay, so 7 once again. All right, so she's getting a bonus of 7 to attack and res, coupled with attack and res unity, which she got from the remix. She's definitely in a much better spot than she was before. She was just trash before this. So definitely not bad. They gave her a decent amount of combat potential, I would say. Mainly if she's fighting a mage or units that try to target her res like hell, like I said just now. And then really what you want from her is Sparkling Boost Plus. That is a really good support passive. So I think they did just about enough with air. They did all they needed to. Alright, next up we have the Winter Ephrom. So he's got Accelerate Special Trigger. At the start of combat, if foe's HP is above or equal to 75%, or if unit is not adjacent to an ally, grants all stats up 4 to unit during combat, and recovers 7 HP to unit after combat. Alright, that's a little underwhelming so far. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, inflicts attack and defense -5 on the foe during combat. And also, if foe initiates combat and unit's attack is better than the foe's attack, unit attacks twice. Okay, alright, so he gets like a brave attack when the foe initiates, so that... I would have much preferred if this was a dual phase brave attack, like just the condition being if his attack is better than the foe's attack. Because this is really just delegating him to be a bait unit. Well, in that regard, I guess I was the one begging for a brave attacking far or near save unit, right? So I guess he could probably fill that role. There's also Arden, whose refine completely evaded me when I begged for that in the other trailer. But yeah, man, I guess what you do is just run him as a near save armored unit and then just get the brave attack from there. That could be fine. Yeah, or... yeah, if the foe's HP is over 75% or if he's not adjacent. Unfortunately, if he's using a save skill, he will be forced to be adjacent to allies. So you're going to be relying on the 75% condition there, which isn't too bad. And then actually restoring 7 HP to himself and allies after combat, right? Oh, it's not allies. It's just him. Okay. I was thinking for some reason that might have been like allies in 2 spaces of him, but it's okay. Yeah, so he gets recovery. He gets a brave attack when the foe initiates. All stats up 4, and then attack and defense -5. And also -1 special trigger, which is nice. So yeah, he's probably going to be a decent near save unit, I guess. But I don't know, man. I'm a little underwhelmed by him, to be honest. Okay, so Jamka. Jamuka, whatever you want to call this guy. Alright, Bow of Verdane, very good name there. He is from Verdane, of course. I love the music that plays on the Verdane section, by the way. It's so catchy. Alright, so we got here 14 might, 2 range, and effective against flying. Accelerates special trigger. And if unit initiates combat or is not adjacent to an ally, grants attack and speed up 5 to unit during combat. Okay. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants another attack and speed up 5 during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, grants effects to unit based on the value of unit's speed minus the foe's speed. Alright, so if greater than or equal to 3, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up. If greater than or equal to 7, unit can make a follow-up attack before the foe can counterattack. Really? Alright, so he gets attack and speed up 10. This guy was never really that fast. Look at that. Base 32 in this day and age. Even getting the plus 10 from his weapon, that's not enough to make up for that, I would say. Yeah, so, alright, so let's assume he's at 42. Units right now just start on like 46 speed if you pull them with the super boon. So already he's trailing behind by 4 points on speed. And then on top of that, he still has to have 7 more speed to get his desperation effect. I don't know about this one, man. Like, I feel like they could have did way better. What really sold this guy before was that he actually had good attack. So I was thinking they might have gave him like a brave weapon or something like that, because the brave bow was how you would play this guy earlier. Yeah, but they didn't really stick to his guns, I would say. They tried to make him like speedy. He's not really speedy at all. And then, yeah, like this one here, if he has 3 more speed, he makes a guaranteed follow-up. That's, I mean, what's really the point of that? If he's faster than the foe already, he's going to make a follow-up anyway, unless they have some sort of way to nullify his normal follow-up. And if that's the case, then you tried to build him speedy, just give him null follow-up in the first place. So, yeah, man, this is a dud. I don't think this is that good. Maybe I'm sleeping on it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments section down below if you guys think I'm sleeping on Jamkey here. But, yeah, kind of disappointing with that one. All right, so finally, we have Gault, the Hurricane, a.k.a. Attack Tactic Fodder. Hurricane Dagger, very fitting name for his weapon, so hopefully he's got a good one. All right, there is definitely a percentage condition there. Man, hold on. Let's see if we can do a little better. Let's see if PM1 has posted his infographic yet. Oh, all right, so we have, like, the skill rarity and stuff, so we're already ready to start recording the next section of this. All right, of course, shout-outs to PM1 for always holding it down with this lovely infographic here. Okay, so I guess we'll double back real quick, and we'll take a look at some of the other, like, fully readable refines now. All right, grants attack up 3. At the start of turn, inflicts... All right, we already covered that. She gets attack up 3. That's one part that we didn't know. All right, who's next? All right, I guess we'll do Hrid. So he gets attack up 3, and then if penalty is active on foe, just like I thought. All right, I was going to call her Leg Jarn for a second, because I saw the weapon. It was like a bunch of the letters there kind of sound like Leg Jarn. So Air, she gets res up 3, which she already had on her weapon anyway. And then at start of combat, if her HP is over 25%, she gets the all stats up 4. Okay. All right, we saw his full refine, and we saw his full refine. So Jamkey, yeah, we saw his as well. All right, so basically it was just those 3 that had a little bit of clipping on their refines. And then finally for Gault, grants bonus to units attack equal to the total bonuses on foe during combat. That actually makes a lot of sense because his already inheritable dagger has that same ability, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what it's called, but it's a decent dagger, actually. It's like a reverse of Broadleaf Fan, pretty much. Also, at the start of combat, if foe's HP is above or equal to 75%, or a bonus is active on the foe, grants attack and speed up 5 to unit during combat. Also, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants another attack and speed up 5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit's speed is better than the foe's speed, reduces damage from attacks during combat, and from AoE specials by a percentage equal to the difference between stats times 3. And unit deals plus 5 damage. Okay. Alright, so he got dodge with plus 5 damage. So it's almost like Spurn in a way, except instead of doing the full 40%, it only does 30. So he got like nearly full Spurn on his refine. He's getting attack and speed up 10. He's getting true damage, or not true damage, but a Blade Tome effect based on all the bonuses on the foe. Yeah, man. Wow, this is not a bad refine for this guy. Definitely acceptable. One of the better ones that we looked at in this batch, I would say, to be honest. Okay, so who actually won the refine lottery this time around? Very interesting. Honestly, like, these 3 at the bottom, I don't think were that impressive, so we can just cross them out. I think Gault actually might have gotten the best one. As far as, like, how much this upgrades him, I think that might be the best one. But, of course, these 2 are going to see the most use. Like I said, I think Hrid got a good one. It's just that null follow-up is way too common, that him relying on it is not the best. And then they kind of made a goof up here by making his debuff effect count for the bonuses on the foe as opposed to the debuffs on the foe. One little change like that would have made this guy so much better. Yeah, I guess I got to give it to Air. Even though I think, yeah, like real talk, Gault actually, out of nowhere, just got the most out of his refine. But Air is going to be the one that people have to use because I'm sure a lot of people have mad merges on Air. And Sparkling Boost Plus, if we're counting the remixes too, then Hrid having his B skill, which is awesome. It's really good. And then Sparkling Boost Plus, also really good. So I would say probably first place is Air, followed by Hrid, and then Gault just beat everybody else. So those are my thoughts on the refines. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And then as soon as I upload this, we're going to start on the part 2 section of this Datamine coverage. And we'll take a look at what else they have in store for us. So that's all for now. I'll see you guys again in just a sec.